Why don't we show that we're concerned and to get more education? That's what we want.
Mr. Whitaker, could I ask where you live?
Pardon me?
Could I ask where you live?
Where do I live?
Yes.
I live in Green.
You live in Green?
Yes.
And Mr. Furman, could I ask where you live?
I don't think where I live is relevant. I'm here representing the landowners in this area. I am a field director for the Joint Landowners Coalition, which represents all areas. But I will be happy to tell you, I am from Shenango Forks, representing over 27 different coalitions throughout the state.
Okay, so you're here representing a landowners coalition.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm here representing the landowners of this county.
And I guess my question is, we have people who don't even live in Homer here, and you're saying you're representing some people who do. But we're the citizens who live here, you know, and we have concerns about our town. We have concerns about where we live. And I just feel like that we should be given the opportunity to have this process go through and have the committee that's looking at the zoning, have them have their opportunity to do that, but also give us the sense of safety for a little bit, to give us this time to do this research and learn more, and for the board. You know, it doesn't hurt anything, and it helps. It gains some progress, it helps us.
Can I ask you a question since I asked it yours?
Sure.
Where are you going to get this education from?
Well, there are presentations planned from both sides of the board, from what I understand.
That's the problem. I'm not against education. But like I told the town board earlier, I've been to over 400 meetings concerning this issue in the last few years. In the last 5 years, I've probably been to almost 1,000 meetings. Just in the last few years, over 400 meetings. And I'm keeping track because it's tax deductible if I were ever to get a bonus, a sign-on bonus. That's why I keep track. However, the meetings I've been to from both sides, they represent their information. They don't represent information that comes from a state agency, from the Groundwater Protection Agency, from what's wrong with Lisa Jackson's statement that no water aquifer has ever been polluted?
Excuse me, but I am interested in hearing from scientists, not just politicians.
Lisa Jackson is a scientist.
Not just, you know, the state. I want to hear from scientists, and I want to hear from scientists on both sides. But I don't just, excuse me, but I'm not taking your experiences. I am not taking your experiences for my personal well-being.
Right.
That's just how it is.
Well, Tony O'Graphy is a great speaker. I've talked with him several times, been to meetings with him through LaPorte, through Elmira, all over the state. I followed him around in his meetings. And he hates seeing me there because I asked him some very tough questions, including the one question you should be asking. Professor
Don't tell me what questions I should
Well, I'm
answer.
just
I'm
one
not
good question to ask him is if he taught the process of hydrofracture to thousands of students, and now that he's retired, all of a sudden he's against it, is it because he's being paid by the Park Foundation $5,000 a lecture? Why did Cornell University, the university he worked from, send Washington, D.C. a preemptive letter to his testimony there a month ago saying that the Cornell University does not back Tony O'Graphy's information?
Who's paying you?
I am a volunteer. I have never received a dime for what I do.
Mr. Young, you wanted to speak. My name's Stuart Young. I'm a few acres in the town of Horn. I've lived here all my life. I born and grew up here at farm. And the question arose as to would there be any problem imposing a moratorium if the state's going to wait anyway. And one thing comes to mind. I leased our land 7 years ago, and I had never even heard of Marcellus Shale and never heard of hydraulic fracturing. We had leased our lands for the gas companies 40 years ago. I don't know, my dad leased it for a few dollars an acre a year. So when the people came along, it didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. So we did it. We did it for a lot less money than for a pittance, really. But those leases are in force, and they will be, to my understanding, if there are moratorium placed on by the towns or other municipalities, the gas companies will take the position that they can extend those leases. I just assume my lease runs out when the time comes. So there are countervailing interests. I don't think you should consider that the interests of all the property owners in the town of Homer. I know you're going to take that into consideration, and that's one of the things you need to think about. Mr. Crandall, I think, has more technical expertise than anybody else here in the room about this. I thought he gave a very well-reasoned statement, and he advises the use of the $20 million that New York State is spending to study the issue, and I would be in concurrence and agreement that we should, that they have the technical expertise to make that decision, and we'll make a good one.